Okay, g'day guys, I'm JOE.wmv. Basically what we're doing here today, all I'm doing at the moment is just wetting the hair down. I'm going to fill it with some anti-gravity just to create some texture through it. Then we're going to blast it. Then basically I'm just going to go through with the tongue and just sort of get some movement through it. Then I'll blast that out again just so it gives it a bit of natural movement the whole way through the hair. So I'm just going to keep on working through just to wet it, dampen it a bit, and then we'll fill it with the anti-gravity. Well, looks. I try and naturally work with a lot more natural sort of hair as well, with a bit more movement through the hair. But once again, I am still working with a lot of. I'm working with both actually. I'm still working with texture in haircuts, but still working with solid haircuts as well. So, like in one of my last collections that I've done, there was some more bowly haircuts with solid perimeters, but in the interiors there's still movement and texture going through it. But basically, with this look, it's a bit more of a beachier sort of look. I'm just going to get movement, just get the hair flowing a bit more. And use some products to create that technique as well. Yeah, okay, so I'll use some anti-gravity.
Where do you put that anti-gravity?
I'm just going to work it all the way through the hair, into the roots as well, so I can give some body as well. But then basically I'm going to work it through the ends as well, so it gives us some texture. So when we do use the tongs and try and set the hair, it just makes it a bit easier, and it's just going to give it a bit more hold as well. I find if we don't put any product in it, it can sort of drop a bit, whereas if with the product it'll sort of give it a bit more hold. And it will give the hair a bit of texture as well, which makes it a bit more easier. Because the last thing you want to do is work the hair with no product or nothing, and then you get the look, you achieve the look you're after, but then after half hour or an hour when the client walks out of the salon, it sort of falls and drops on them once. Whereas if with the product it's going to give it a bit more hold and texture, and that's what we want. And with this product, I think you can put a fair bit of this stuff in, and with a fair bit of the anti-gravity, and it's still, you can't go too overboard on it. You can put a lot of it in and it's not going to destroy your look. You can sort of fill it and fill it and fill it. Okay, we'll just blast that in there. What's that? Yeah. I don't even make it a bit easier. So basically, as you can see, we've put the anti-gravity in and it's given us heaps of volume and texture. This hairstyle can sort of be worn quite natural with a bit of movement through it. As you can see, it fills the hair up and gives you the texture you're after. But what we'll do now, we'll go through with the tongue. We'll start tonguing it, getting some movement through it. Then I'm going to blast it all out and get a bit more body and movement through the whole lot. But like as I said, you can sort of roughen it up a bit and wear it a bit more smoother. But you've still got the haircut, which is quite blunt through, then you can still see that. But then with the product, it's giving you a bit of texture as well. So we'll go through now. And just section in sections. We're probably going to work on an inch squared section. So if you do an inch squared. And they don't need to be too perfect, the sections. So as you can see, they don't have to be too perfect. Just grab your sections and with your tongue, just wrap it around. You can have some of the ends a bit straighter, so you can leave some of them out if you want.
So do you curl the roots?
Yeah, you don't have to go to at the front sections. I probably won't go right to the roots. I don't want to get too much volume in there, but we just want to sort of get a bit more movement in it. Grab the next section. But just through the ends, I like to keep it a bit straighter through the ends. In some sections I might go in there and curl some of the ends, but in some sections I'm going to leave them out, just so when I roughen it up, it doesn't look too perfect. I don't want it to look too done You know, want to be able to get it out, blast it out, fill it with some hair resort so we can get a bit more movement and just different textures throughout the whole look. I think working on bleached hair makes it a little bit easier. Gives you, with the bleached hair, you've got a lot of texture in it. Then once you add the anti-gravity in there as well, you're getting a lot of build-up in there, so you get that real raw sort of texture in the hair. Yeah, I do like working with raw texture. I find that, you know, the hair's a bit more porous and it's just easier to sort of roughen up and get volume and texture and just getting it dirty as well. Sometimes when the hair's too perfect and too clean, you know, it flops a lot easier and it drops, whereas if the hair's sort of, you know, a bit more porous, it's a bit easier to work with. I just find, I normally, to tell you the truth, basically what I normally do, I normally get a product, I don't really read the product, I sort of play with it in my own sort of way, and then I find what sort of works and what doesn't. You know, I don't really, to tell you the truth, I don't really get deep into the product and read what's in there, but I do find that there's certain products in there that I do play with, and some work and some don't. I mean, sometimes I read a product that says don't use in wet hair, use it in dry hair, and I, you know, sometimes do the opposite. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but that's sort of playing with the product and making sure you've got the right product, and once you've found something that works for you, keep on using it. Okay, so basically we've just gone through and tongued it all now, as you saw me doing earlier. Now basically what I'm going to do now is just blast it for hair dry, just get some air into it so we can get some movement and some texture. Then we'll get some hair resort and start getting some bit of, yeah, we just want to start setting and playing and getting some shape in there. So let's get the dryer. Might even put that on cool air. As we're doing it, just pull it apart a bit with the fingers. Okay, so basically we've just blasted it with the hairdryer just to get a bit of movement. Now I'm just going to brush it through and just sort of try and brush some of that product out, and then we'll put some more product in there. But just basically, so I don't want to see too many creases, so by using your Mason Pearson brush or your Kevin Murphy special brush, you'll get all that nice brushed out smooth look. So I'm just going to keep on working that all the way through. Then we'll reapply some hair result. Or maybe in some hair screen. We'll see how we go. So we've just finished the brushing off now. Now we're just going to put some motion lotion in it to calm down some of the frizz. Basically what I'm doing, I'm putting motion lotion in. This is going to define the hair a bit more and give it a bit more definition and tame some of that frizz down for us. As you can see, I'm keeping it a bit more flatter through the topping and the texture through the ends. And then you can rough it up. So as you can see, it's just giving it some texture throughout and giving it heaps of body. So as you can see, at the start we had it more flat and smooth, and you could see the bob a bit more, and now we've just gone in, given it some texture, and then we can roughen it up. Then she can go through the day and get it bigger and bigger. But sometimes when you're not doing too perfect hair, you still need structure and shape in it as well. It's not just about roughing it up and making it messy and hoping it looks the best. I think you've still got to tweak it and play with it and get a shape in there.
Thank you.